Alright guys, here we are in Dallas. We're at this exclusive location. And there's lots of cars going by and it's really noisy. But we're headed to 4011 Turtle Creek Drive. And I'm not going to walk in the mud, but that's the corner house. This is Avondale and Turtle Creek right here. It's so nice down here. And here, this one's getting all redone. They're putting a pool in the back. It's nice. But it's that beautiful house right here. The US Army General Edwin Walker lived here. And apparently this house is for sale. I don't know for how much. It's gorgeous. US Army General Edwin Walker retired and moved to this location. All right. He was very, very anti-socialist, very anti-communist, and very anti-JFK. Did not like Kennedy at all. All right, so this is where he was living. Isn't this gorgeous? I think it's just gorgeous. And the way the story goes is that Oswald tried to assassinate this baby. Oh, this old man. And you know, Oswald was very communist, you know, tried to defect to Russia, but Oswald staked this guy out. He had been reading about this guy in the papers about helping the riots in Mississippi. Walker was doing all this stuff, did not want anything to do with communism, wanted Fidel Castro assassinated, wanted to have him taken out, and was very frustrated with the whole Kennedy situation. But Oswald was living in the duplex down on Neely, which they said wasn't very far. Actually, it's got quite a hike. And he came out here on April 10th, 1963 with the gun that he purchased, a mail order. The mail order rifle, you know, that he used for JFK assassination. He used that gun to pop a shot at Walker through one of the windows, but he missed, y'all. He missed. It's like 120 feet away, and he missed. So that makes you think, how did he accomplish the JFK thing? I don't know, but apparently it ricocheted off a window pane and missed Walker. And then Oswald took off and hid the gun at the railroad tracks somewhere along the way, which we were trying to find some rails around here, and they're not that close. But if he was on foot, yeah, he had plenty of time to get back home, apparently. What's really interesting is that Oswald left a note at that duplex on Neely Street for his wife, Marina. And the thing is, it came out when the investigation for the JFK assassination came about, when she was testifying in front of the Warren Commission. So she handed them this note, and it had a list of things about what to do if he got caught for this assassination. So there's a list of like 8 things. Okay, number 1, here's the key for a box. And there's some information in a box. Go to this place and then to this place and to this place. And then make sure that Russia knows what I did for them. They will help you because they'll know that I tried to help the communists. There's a whole list of things for her to do if he got caught in this assassination attempt. But he didn't get caught. The investigation bypassed him. The whole, you know, he got away with it. You know, the attempt was never found out until that time with the Warren Commission. That's so funny, because if he would have got caught on this, maybe the JFK incident would have been different. That's, you know, what they're trying to say. But the investigation went kaput. You know, he got away with it. And what if he did get caught? That's what everybody's saying. Maybe the JFK thing would be totally different. I don't know. Just makes you wonder, was he that good of a shot? Okay, supposedly Walker was in his office, which you would think might have been on the 2nd floor, and I don't know. Who knows? And then he did interviews the next day, sitting there drinking coffee with the media. But Walker did consider running for governor or even possibly president at one point. But he died in 1993 of lung cancer here in Dallas.
All right, guys, we're going to walk around to the back of Edwin Walker's house and see if we can see exactly where Lee Harvey Oswald was standing when the assassination attempt occurred. Luckily, this house does have an alleyway behind it, so shouldn't be too much of a problem. Okay, guys, we are now behind the property here at 4011 Turtle Creek Boulevard in Dallas, Texas, where Major General Edwin Walker lived during the time of the assassination attempt. This fence right here, at that time in April of 1963, was only a 5-foot tall picket fence, and Oswald supposedly was lying in wait here somewhere along the fence line, hiding behind the picket fence when he took the shot at Edwin Walker. Edwin Walker, I believe, was in his study or his office at the time, and he said that he heard a bang, and he thought somebody had thrown a firecracker at his window, but in actuality it was a gunshot, and the bullet missed Edwin Walker by only 1 inch, and only because the bullet had deflected off of the window casing. And Edwin Walker said he heard something hit the wall behind his head, and that was obviously the bullet. Now, he did get injured a little bit in this from shrapnel from glass and from the metal surrounding the window panes. But this was the property where that assassination attempt occurred. And upon leaving here, Lee Harvey Oswald ditched his rifle, his Mannlicher Carcano, the same weapon that was supposedly later used in the Kennedy assassination. He dumped that weapon somewhere near some train tracks here in this area and came back at a later date and picked up the rifle. But this is the back of the home. Pretty cool. I wish it still had the 5-foot tall picket fence so we could see into the back, but this is a very nice home though. But this later came into play after the Kennedy assassination, because people assumed that Oswald was only 120 feet away from Edwin Walker when he took this shot, and he missed him. So people were started wondering, how could Oswald have made the assassination shot perfect on President Kennedy from a much longer distance? And Kennedy was a moving target. Here's another view of the backside of Edwin Walker's former home. You can see this is from the back side. This is the backyard here right in front of us. Interesting location. And this is a very, very nice part of downtown Dallas. I mean, this is, I'm guessing that this is probably a $2.5 million home minimum. Okay, this house is currently for sale, so I decided to go ahead and look it up on Zillow and find out exactly how much it is selling for. The house is currently for sale for $4 million. So I was wrong when I said $2 to $2.5 million. I was only about 50% of the price. But this is a very, very nice home. And if you want to live in a historic part of Dallas, Texas, in a historic home that has a touch of history to it, and you have an extra $4 million laying around, this might be your place. Beautiful home, beautiful property. It's got this large area here that almost looks like a park right next door, but it does say private property, no trespassing. So I'm assuming that this is land that could be turned into a residential couple, 2-3 lots sometime in the future. It hasn't been done yet, but obviously. But anyhow, this is the place, folks. Hope you enjoyed our little trip here to Edwin Walker's house. Major General Edwin Walker.
Strange RV tours will take you places with Greg and Janet's smiling faces. You might see a crazy flavored soda review or some tips to fix your RV too. So come along, won't you join us, friend, as we discover what's around the bend. Just sit right back in your easy chair. Strange RV Tours is on the air. Strange RV Tours is on the air.